Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good day to all my YouTube followers and especially to the followers of Gerobok Abdul Jalil. This time, the book review that I'm looking for this session will be The 10% Entrepreneur. Live Your Dream Without Quitting Your Day Job by Patrick J. McGinnis. The book was recommended to me by a good friend of mine. His name is Hafiz Harif, and it was recommended by him a few weeks ago. And for that matters, uh, it interests me for me to find a book, and immediately, actually, upon receiving it, I straight away start reading it, and I find it, although I start off with a few skepticism about entrepreneurship, but then again, after going through the book, it opened up my horizon and paradigm about the 10% entrepreneur. Okay, a bit background of Patrick J. McGinnis. He's a successful 10% entrepreneur himself. He explains the multiple paths you can follow to invest your cash, time, and expertise in a startup, including as a founder, angel, advisor, or aficionado. Most importantly, you don't have to have millions in disposable income to become a 10% entrepreneur. When you put McGinnis 10% principles into action, you will quickly start racking up small wins, then watch as they snowball into your new, far more entrepreneurial life. So basically, Patrick McGinnis actually wrote his life experience into the book, where it provided us another spectrum of, how do you still be an entrepreneur while holding on into your day jobs. All right, the 10% entrepreneur is consists of two main parts. Part one is why should you be a 10% entrepreneur, and within part one you will find chapter one under the title of One Job is Not Enough, where it talks about part-time entrepreneurship offers compelling advantages where you will diversify your career against risk, generate meaningful upside, make life more interesting, and think life like an entrepreneur to win at your day job. In chapter 2, titled All the Benefits Without the Pitfalls, part-time entrepreneurship offers compelling advantages that you will diversify your career against risk, generate meaningful upside, make life more interesting, and think like entrepreneur to win at your day job. The final chapter in part 1 is the 5 types of 10% entrepreneurs. Depending on your resources and goals, you can choose to become an angel, advisor, founder, aficionado, or a 110% entrepreneur. You can also combine the multiple roles across your portfolio. Part 2 of this book is focusing on building your 10%. In part 2, chapter 4, is what kind of 10% entrepreneur are you? Entrepreneurship, whether part-time or full-time, is about formulating a plan and then making choices, both big and small, that will get you where you are going. In chapter 5, making the most of time and money. When you're setting aside at least 10% of your time and capital, planning and prioritization are essential to make each of your resources count for more. In chapter 6, playing to your strength, your 10% is not about eating your broccoli. It isn't about what you should do. It's about combining what you want to do with what you do well. While in chapter 7, finding, analyzing, and committing to ventures, now that you are up and running, your investment process will guide you as you identify and evaluate the ventures that will become part of your 10%. Moving on to chapter 8, building your team. If you're going to make it as a 10% entrepreneur, you are not going to do it alone. That's where teamwork comes into the picture. And next part, in part 2, is chapter 9, overcoming obstacles. Every entrepreneur from 10% and up finds that resilience and a firm commitment to a long-term vision are the most important tools of the trade. Final part of part 2 is chapter 9, winning the long game. 10% entrepreneurs live all over the world and come from a variety of backgrounds. Their one common thread is mindset. They look for opportunity and they make things happen. So this is actually the content of the book. What I found amazed about this book is actually it's quite relatable for me, especially I think reaching to the age that I'm in now, going into my 40s, where I think with the wealth of experience and career that I go through, somehow or rather, it makes sense that to spend my 10% of my career or my working life into doing things that I passionate or I love is actually quite possible. But of course, I would highly recommend for you to read the book because it takes you in a proper step to actually design your mindset, design your perception, and build your paradigm in what are the things that you think that you should do in your 10% entrepreneur, and what are the risks that you will have to foresee, and what you need to enhance yourself in terms of educating yourself to be a 10% entrepreneur. For me, this book is actually quite relatable, especially when we are now facing with COVID-19 pandemic. As we can see, there are many people are struggling to pivot their life when they lost their job and their income. And this book, I highly recommend it for those that have yet to be impacted in losing their income or losing their job. Because, as we can see, there's many people are starting to expand their income or their livelihood by doing other things that probably will provide the income, extra income to them. But for me, I think this is actually very interesting because it's not about getting more income, but it's also about doing what you are passionate in and do it as something that will color more beside your daily job, provide you more intriguing feeling about exploring new ventures, meeting new people, and understanding new aspect of life. So that's how I see about the book, and I hope that all of you will try to pick up the book or probably go online. You can find Patrick J. McGinnis actually have his own website, and he built his profile and also about the book in his website. And there's a lot of podcasts also for you to go and find the content of this particular book. That's all for now. Thank you very much for watching Gerobok Abdul Jalil. I hope that you continue to subscribe to my channel and also to my playlist of Gerobok Abdul Jalil. Inshallah, more reviews will come, and hopefully we go on more variety of topics and subjects in later stage of the book review. Until then, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.